Welcome to the Raising Sons podcast, where we talk about what it really takes to raise boys into strong, emotionally healthy young men. I'm Dr. Richelle Whittaker, but you can call me Dr. Shell, educational psychologist, parenting strategist, and mom to 2 boys who keep me on my toes. If you're a mom who wants to understand your son better, navigate the tough stuff with confidence, and raise him with purpose and grace, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, hey! It's another episode of the Raising Sons podcast. I want to do something a little different today. Most episodes, I come in with something to teach you, a concept, an insight, something I've been sitting with that I think will help you in the work of raising your son. But today I want to tell you what I learned. Because Tuesday night at my own workshop, the moms in the room taught me something I was not expecting. And I think it's going to change how I show up for you all going forward. So stay with me. Tuesday night, I hosted a free virtual workshop called When to Step In, When to Step Back, Raising Sons Without Enabling Them. It was born from a moment I witnessed in a courtroom. I was there for something minor. Hey, don't judge. an expired inspection sticker. But what I witnessed was anything but minor. A grown young man was called up before the judge. When asked about payment, he said he had no income. He was out of work. He couldn't pay anything. And then his mother raised her hand. She asked the judge if she could come forward. She said she would take responsibility for the fine, that her son would pay her back. And she was insistent that he would pay her back. The man sitting next to me leaned over and whispered, "He's too old for his mama to be taking responsibility. Don't make no sense." And I sat there thinking, we're asking the wrong question. The question is never why is she helping him? The real question is she rescuing him or is she teaching him? That distinction is one of the most consequential decisions a mother makes. And most of us are making it in real time with no one in our corner to help us see it clearly. That moment became a Facebook post. That post became a workshop. And that workshop became one of the most revealing evenings I've had in quite some time. Not because of what I taught, but because of what I learned. Here's what I noticed about the moms who showed up Tuesday night. They didn't come because the topic sounded interesting. They came because they were in the middle of something with their sons right now. A real situation, a real decision, a real moment where they knew the wrong move could cost him something, and they refused to sit with it alone. And as I watched them engage in the chat, in their questions, in the energy they brought into that virtual room, something became very clear to me. These moms didn't need more information. They weren't looking for a system to implement or steps to follow. What they needed, what they were really asking for, was someone who could help them see their situation through fresh eyes. Someone who could look at what they were carrying and say, here's what I see, here's what I think is happening, and here's what I would do. That's not a lecture. That's not a course. That's a conversation, a real one, with someone who has the clinical training to see what a mother who is deep in the middle of it sometimes cannot see from where she is standing. And that realization hit me in a way I was not fully prepared for, because it confirmed something I had believed for a long time, but had not fully put into words until Tuesday night. The most powerful thing you can offer a mom who is raising a son is not more knowledge. It's a fresh perspective and a clear answer to the question, what do I do now? Now, here's the part of Tuesday night that I have not been able to stop thinking about. Several moms in the room had grown sons. And at first I sat with that for a minute because the workshop was designed for moms who are still in the formation years, still in the season where the decisions they are making are actively shaping who their son is becoming. But then something shifted in me because I realized these moms aren't here because they missed their window. They're here because they are carrying something that the rest of us desperately need. Hindsight. Not the guilt-ridden kind. Not the kind that keeps you up at night replaying everything you wish you had done differently. The clarifying kind. The kind that comes when the fog of the formation years has lifted, when you are no longer in the emotional heat of raising him, and you can finally see clearly what worked and what did not. And what I want to say to every mom with a grown son who is listening right now is this. Your presence in any room where moms are talking about raising boys is not accidental. It is providential. Because what you carry, the wisdom of having already walked this road, is exactly what the mom who is still in it needs to hear. So what did the moms with grown sons wish they had done differently? I want to share a few things that came up, not to create guilt, but to create awareness for the mom who still has time to choose differently. One mom said she wished that she had listened more, not just to what her son was saying, but to what he wasn't saying. Because we know that boys communicate in layers, and the surface layer, the silence, the one-word answers, the shrug, is rarely the whole story. The mom who learns to sit in the quiet long enough to hear what is underneath it, she gets access to her son that most moms never find. Another mom wished that she had trusted his process, even when it looked different from their plan, even when it was slower than they expected, even when it was messier than they were comfortable with. Because a boy who was allowed to find his own way with his mom beside him, not in front of him, develops something that cannot be taught. He develops confidence in his own instincts. And that confidence is one of the building blocks of the man he is becoming. Another mom wished that they had stepped back sooner. Not withdrawn, not checked out, step back. There's a difference between a mom who steps back because she has given up and a mom who steps back because she trusts the work she has already done. The second kind of stepping back is one of the most powerful things a mother can do for her son. And it requires something that does not come easily to most of us. It requires trusting him before he has fully proven himself. Another mom wished that she had let him struggle, not suffered, not failed without support, struggled. Because struggle, the real kind, the uncomfortable kind, the kind that makes a mother's heart ache, is not the enemy of a boy's growth. It is often the very thing that produces it. Now, here's what I want to say to the mom who is sitting with all of that right now. This is not a list of things you did wrong. This is a gift from the woman who walked the road ahead of you. Handed back to you while you still have time to receive it. You're not behind. You haven't missed your window. And the fact that you're listening to this podcast on a Friday morning, afternoon, evening, choosing to invest in the work of raising your son well, tells me everything I need to know about the kind of mom you are. So, what do I want you to take away from this episode? Just this. You don't need more information about your son. You need a fresh perspective on him. You need someone who can come alongside you in the middle of your real situation, not a hypothetical, not a case study, your son, your home, this season, and help you see what you have been too close to see, and then help you figure out exactly what to do about it. That's it. Not a 10-step plan, not a certification in boy psychology, a conversation with someone who sees clearly and tells you the truth about what they see. Before I close today, I want to share something with my podcast family, and I want to be straightforward with you about it. Everything I learned Tuesday night confirmed why I built the Strong Experience. 6 weeks, live, intimate, with me. Not a course you watch alone. A live experience where you bring your real situation, your real son, and we work through it together. Where you get a fresh perspective from someone who has sat with families in their hardest moments. And where you leave each session knowing exactly what you want to do next. I opened the founding cohort this week to the moms who attended Tuesday's workshop first. But today, for the first time, I'm opening the doors to my podcast family. The founding cohort is $197. That's the lowest this experience will ever be. And it closes tonight at midnight. Not to create pressure, but because the founding cohort is intentionally small, and I want the moms who say yes to have that kind of intimate access that larger cohorts simply will not offer. If today's episode resonated with you, if you're raising a son and you're in the middle of something right now, if you are done navigating this alone, the link is in the show notes. I would love to see you inside. Until next time. So this wraps up another episode of the Raising Sons podcast. Be sure to download, share, subscribe, do all the things. Remember, we have to start with the end in mind. Until next time.